Nugents and the Sweeneys. How's it going?
What's going on, buddy? What's going on?
Yeah, man.
Good to see you, brother.
Awesome. Brian.
Johnny?
Brian, what? It's the Sweeneys that are looking for the black phases, and the Nugents are looking for the yellow phases.
And Brendan. I'm just looking for
Yeah.
snakes.
When's he coming?
Not race.
He needs a yellow too.
He's probably,
That's
like,
right.
he's probably like 9:30.
Yeah.
He said 10 o'clock.
Okay, cool.
Did he say 10 o'clock? Yeah.
So, the 2-day hunt begins right now. So we always start
These are
out,
not very
normally in
very-
snake camp, everybody brings up something. We
These
do a
are
little
way
whiskey tasting.
less aggressive. I would eat those.
So we have a really cool bottle. Shotgun shell with rattlesnake going around it.
Yeah.
Got some Lagavulin.
I don't like.
4 Roses
So-
barrel proof, barrel strength, some 4 Roses select, and Brian brought a very special bottle. Tell us about this bottle.
This is a 21-year-old Glenn Levitt that a client of mine gave me, and I found out how much it cost, and it's embarrassing. I'm not going to say it here, but we're going to share this around snake camp this weekend, so I'm looking forward
That's
to it.
awesome.
That's is a colorless and transparent.
Here, pour it on one of these
Luke
colored
has
solo
already
cups.
got the,
Hopefully a sponsor. We're working on
Twisted
that.
tea. There.
yeah.
Sweet nectar of the gods. Twisted tea light.
So
Now,
for those who don't know, Luke, what do you do?
I'm a beer rep for the Boston Beer Company. I'm sure I'm going to get fired for that. And I sell beer in the great state of West Virginia. And this flows through those mountains.
To more than 3 snakes.
Hey!
Yeah.
Is that
And
what,
it's
is
going
that
to
what
be
last
cool
year
this
was?
week.
No, it's actually surprisingly, I don't even like scotch, and that's like
Let me see.
good.
You're going to love it. I don't like the taste. Caramelized charcoal is not good.
This is not charcoaly.
Oh yeah. As far as scotch goes,
Yeah, that's
now I see why you buy scotch.
Is that
that's
the
21
A1?
years old.
Yeah.
All these guys have only ever kept 1 snake ever. So they're looking for their second, and they would like a diversity. So they're looking for an opposite color phase, and they're being picky. So, yep. So we're just talking about what we would do if we were to keep one,
I
and
think this is
talking about our
pretty
plan for tomorrow. Maybe hit some new spots and do some big hiking, and then try to do some fishing too. So
We're going to new places tomorrow that may incur some mountain laurel walking,
With
which,
all the mountain laurel.
which is the best.
it's a short 38-mile jaunt.
Yeah.
John says
It can't be that bad.
it can't be that bad. I don't know if there's mountain
Marshmallow
laurel
Mountain.
there. It's called Laurel Valley. Surrounded by the Laurel Cliffs and buffeted by the Laurel pasture.
By the laurel.
these guys hate Laurel from that one episode. If you guys got to go back through the videos, a couple years ago, we walked a mile through the thickest Laurel. Hey, remember we saw the whippoorwill?
We
You
did
know,
see the
we
whippoorwill.
did see the whippoorwill.
I thought,
Which almost made it worth it.
yeah, almost.
Yeah, you know.
We saw
wasn't-
I thought you were making
We saw a
something up that
stupid
wasn't
bird.
real because nobody's ever seen this thing because it's nocturnal.
My only advice for amateur snake hunters: if you see the mountain laurel, you've gone too far. Turn around.
Not worth it.
I'm not allowed to take them through
That is
Mountain
what I
Laurel
call
ever
a
again.
business decision.
Brian's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll wait in the truck. Leave me the keys.
Yeah.
Well, the most solid thing ever was when you caught a 48-inch yellowface and you were like, well, I don't need to go on that hike.
He just quit on.
That was a business decision.
It was.
And business was booming.
It's the greatest duck hunting video you could ever watch.
Yep. So we're watching some Leatherwood Outdoors duck
Bang.
hunting videos.
Yeah.
That's why we live
That one's
out
gone.
in 20 minutes.
I think Luke thought it was going to be 90 to 5 degrees out like last year because he heard about it was like tropical weather. So he's ready.
It's ruined. Memorial Day to Labor Day, every Friday, festive shirts, wear them to work, wear them to the beach, wear them to snake hunting.
It's a
You do you.
movement.
All right, let's get on the snake hunt. We're losing daylight. All right, we hit our destination. See what we can find. Phew. We're hitting a lot of spots, not finding any snakes, but the sun hasn't come out. The rocks are a little bit cool. It was pretty cool this morning, but you got to watch these false bottoms. I mean, it's I can't see bottom even through that stuff, but it looks like at least 10 feet. You got to be careful. We got a hooty hoo over here, so that means a snake.
One under this rock.
We're at 3.
One under that rock.
That was the only one that I was able to catch real fast. You can definitely see its tail.
Yeah.
That's a female.
Yep.
So
Yellow face.
I came up and I was looking, there's those patches of blueberries right there. And they were both sitting right there. And the black phase, I saw literally the back end of its tail. I don't think it was much bigger. It was about the same size as this one.
Cool.
And I was like, ooh, yellow. That's what I'm looking for.
Yellow face, has yellow eyes, yellow head.
Definitely a female snake. So that's 3.
So, in the state of Pennsylvania, you're allowed 1 rattlesnake, 1 copperhead, but the rattlesnake has to be 42 inches in length, and it has to be a male. If we catch a snake that looks big enough to maybe measure, we'll show you how we catch and tube snakes in order to determine that. But we will also explain to you what, just by visibly looking at a snake, whether we can tell it's a male or female without handling it. Check out the video just previously and we go through that, but in case you haven't, we'll figure that out here later on. I'm sure it won't be the only snake, but as you can see, we're up on high elevation and lots of rocks next to woods. Perfect snake habitat.
That yellow face. Yep.
I just shut the camera off. Luke Nugent says hooty hoo.
They black or yellow?
Black face. So we'll go see the black face. He picked it up because it looked like it was getting ready. That one just shed. That looks a beautiful, beautiful color.
He was trying to get under the rock. I had no choice.
Yeah, bring that one back here. Get a little bit more.
That one might be like 36 or 40
That one
inches.
looks like...
That one might be tubable. That snake is gorgeous.
Whoa! I dropped down in that, and I got a little bit too close, and he struck at me. Because he thought I was lunging at him. He wants to go where I'm at, so that's why he's a little upset.
No, I haven't. We need to span out a lot more up here.
That's a good
You don't have an escape.
coloration. Well, he knows I'm here. He doesn't want to strike, so he's using his rattle. He's like, I'll stay right here.
That could be
And
it.
hey, look at this. We finally got the sun coming out.
I think we should spend a little time up here.
Oh, we're spending all of our time up here.
Should we tube it?
But we may try to tube this one and give it a measurement, because it looks like it might get close to being close to that 40-inch mark. So you guys want to do that? You want to measure it?
Yeah.
All right.
You can try. I don't think it's legal.
All right. If
If you want
nobody's
my-
interested, let's let it
No.
go.
No?
Because we're not going to handle them unless we need to.
Those 2 are the ones that are looking for black-faced snakes, and if they're still looking, then I'm...
Yeah, I don't think they're interested in that one if it's just barely legal. All right, cool. We'll keep looking. Another, watch your step.
Nothing's on the size.
No. I mean, that black face would have been just right on the, you know, yeah, it was pretty thin, skinny. There we go. Just walked up, spotted a black face laying right out on that rock. I'm sure he may not be the only one. Black.
Just one.
Well, I don't know. There could be more laying around. I don't know if it's big enough to even mess with.
Little guy.
Yeah, it's pretty skinny.
No, it's laid over.
Yeah, but I still don't think it's... Look at the point on the rattle. I mean, yeah, I don't think that one's going to be big enough.
neck.
Yep.
Oh, that's about the same size as the one we saw over there.
Yep. Let's see, where's he going to go?
Oh, that's like a crevasse.
Wants to go under... Oh, yeah. It goes down, oh man, it goes down there
Yeah, we jumped over.
25 feet at
Hold
least.
on into that.
Okay. Hold on, where? Is it big enough to go?
Next to that pine tree.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I still can't see it. Oh yeah, there's fresh seat. Its shed is right there. That's a beautiful looking blackface. Oh, there's two laying right on it, each other.
Greavy, that one's, hold on. The yellow
Yeah.
face is smaller.
Oh, it's very little.
The black face is not. You know
Oh,
what?
there's
That might be a
three. There's
female.
three.
Look at its tail.
Oh, no, there's a big one. There's a big one right there, blackface, blackface.
Going under the rock.
Who wants a blackface? I guess it's not that big.
No.
All right,
Oh, I didn't realize that there was 4.
let it down.
That's a pretty one.
Yeah,
Watch out.
it was flattened out there.
That one's very glazed over.
Yeah, pretty cool. That one has a lot of brown color in
So
it.
that's 3 confirmed.
Well,
Yeah.
there was 4 there.
Is that 4?
Yeah, that was 4.
There was 2 up top.
2 up
There
top,
was
then
2
2 here.
Oh,
there
two
was?
there.
Yeah, there was 4.
Oh, I thought there was only 3. Okay.
Cool.
Oh yeah, look, here's some more of its skin.
Yeah.
Oh wait, guys, we just passed this yellow one right here.
No,
No, that
they
one just
popped
came out.
back
No, he just came back out of the rock.
They want to come out. on
That's the same. That's
that
the same
sun
yellow
is trying to
face.
peek up. Look at this. Look at the color on that thing. It is super small,
But it's clean.
but it is
It has
very
no
got
rabbit.
awesome color. Okay, cool.
8 in one spot of this scatteredness.
Dude, I'm telling you, the one year that I think it was just me, Sweeney, and my brother Luke with Johnny. That might have been our second year, our first year. No, it was our first year. Yeah, we went on a power line the second day. It was like 24 snakes. I can't make that up. It was phenomenal.
I think I was there for the year with the 34 snakes.
Well, no,
Then
that,
the next
that
year
was
was
the
like
same
a
year.
complete bust. We only saw 7 for the week.
Because the morning we saw
Yeah.
like 11.
A lot of this is like weather dependent. So the last few years we were hardly finding any snakes because it was like 95, blistering hot. The snakes would barely even come out from underneath the rocks. But today it's like high 70s, cloudy. The sun peeks out just a little bit just to bring those snakes right out, and they want to just come right back out. As you have seen, they buzz under the rock and they come right back out because they want to be getting some of that sun. So we're hitting a lot of these you would call gestation areas, which are places where the younger snakes and the females would go. And females do that because the snakes give live birth, and they need that sun to incubate the babies inside them, because if not, then they're not fully developed really, and they will not survive. So to get optimization out of the neonates, the baby snakes, you need those females to soak up all the sun they can get throughout the summer. And but these big males, they could be scattered. They go for miles, and so they're kind of like finding a needle in a haystack. But people go, well, why are you hitting all these spots where you know you're just going to be seeing lots of little snakes? Maybe you could find a nice male, but it's part just wanting to see snakes too. So that's part of the goal, just see how many snakes we can find. All right, we got a hootie hoo again. Oh, almost fell on a rock.
So Luke thought it was one yellow, but the black phase was actually rolled up. And I think that both these snakes just shed.
Oh yeah,
Well,
all these
no,
snakes
look
look
at
to be.
Look at the snake shed over there.
Oh.
They were sitting right here, pulling up together.
Cool.
This is where your hook would be.
Now,
just to keep on.
you notice that one has a little bit of snake fungal disease right on the nose.
Yeah, I noticed that. The white one or the yellow
Yeah.
face. That one.
So try not to handle him too much.
Oh, you can even see the spots
Yeah.
by his
A little
head.
bit of scale rot on there, but not much. Cool.
Let's let him go.
Those are the only two?
Yeah, that's the only two we found so far. I haven't really given this.
We were actually going to be heading to this spot after the spot we were heading that way.
Okay. How many snakes that? 10?
That's
10 snakes.
10 visual.
It's a good day so far. 10 snakes is good.
Very good.
Smells.
Just gonna take a little break.
No.
The amount of incredible false bottoms and crevices back here are ridiculous. Hooty hoo! We got a snake. Black phase.
Dude, that thing's thick looking.
Nah,
No?
I don't think it's that big.
I'm short.
But just watch in case there's more than one.
Oh yeah.
That's actually.
Nah, that's a small one. Female.
Oh no.
You can see how it's wide and then it pinches down right there about 2 inches before the base of the rattle. Gone on the rock. All right, we're still finding snakes.
Throwing up a flag right
What
here.
number are we at now? 12.
Caught my first one, yay.
Last year it was apple crisp versus
Apple pie.
apple pie.
And now
we're just talking about, you know,
his
the
favorite
cherry
pies.
pie. If it's a cherry pie, like the lollipop candy cherry pies are terrible, but like a tart cherry pie is better.
I think everything we're talking about is basically that like real fruits and pies is better than the candied ones.
Exactly.
Which I don't think that's even a debate. I think a lot of people will agree with that statement.
Yeah. What are we gonna eat this year, John?
Well, this year, John Royer happened to bring us all the back straps. So
All
we're
the
going
back
to,
straps that you can eat from flintlock season and rifle season.
So we are
Last
going
year.
to. I'm just going to cut them up into chunks like this and just cook them as such, because I think that will retain the. They'll cook the best that way.
Yeah.
I was thinking about making them into a
Oh,
bunch
look
of
at that asparagus.
bunch of cubes.
Asparagus, we're gonna throw them up,
Nice.
put some aluminum foil boats, throw those on the grill, a little S&P, some butter,
Yes.
nothing better.
Nice. And the seasoning we're going to be using is better backstrap. Got a little bit of gun seasoned garlic and the original.
Doing half and half.
Half and
Which
half.
one was this
This
one?
is
The
the
better backstrap.
better backstrap, the original.
Oh, that's the name, better backstrap. Okay, I was like, this was the better backstrap. Well, so is that one.
Yeah, that's probably.
Okay, you gotta make sure you, John, you also we gotta get the ends.
Yeah.
This other half, we're doing the better backstrap, gun seasoned garlic.
Yes.
Another delicious classic.
So we each are going to have
More backstrap.
a lot of some good backstraps.
Pretty much everyone's gonna get their own log of meat.
Yeah,
Love it.
of one of each. So
I like it.
I like the nice big chunks of the minced garlic in there.
Yeah.
I'm a big garlic fan.
Salt, pepper, butter.
Make sure you get this
No
too.
garlic.
Well, why don't some of the other people that make these things go get the grill started?
Your hood.
Yeah. It's looking good. Smells so good.
Flip the last one. We got a nice great sear.
He doesn't have all his tools. He was looking for meat thermometer and all, you know, all the fancy tools. Those are looking good.
Hey man, how are they coming?
You're letting them rest.
Go let them rest like 5
Let them
minutes.
rest.
I read 'em. That one that we cut open is. It looks nice. You're just
Please
I'm
always
getting
take care of the
cheese.
mac and cheese.
Here, it gives you a big one of those, a small one of
There
those.
we go.
The gravy.
On fire.
Oh, you got that perfect.
They are delish.
Oh my.
Speaking about rest.
Well, that was the gun seasoned garlic that I just tried.
All right, Johnny might have got the best one. How's yours looking?
Pretty good.
Absolutely amazing. Highly recommend better backstrap seasoning. Check this out too, especially when they're cooked perfectly.
I brought it for everybody.
Look at the juices coming out of that.
Juicy.
I think I like the one that isn't the garlic one better.
The original?
Yep. It's
I
got
just tried
awesome.
the original. The original is delicious.
and the original has a little bit of kick to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does. I like it.
Definitely.
All right, so we just finished, and we're all sitting here in amazement that we've been coming up here for how many years? We started with John getting
John, there's a level. I think that
deer,
there's
just
also,
deer steaks. Then we switched to the burgers,
Yep.
which were awesome. Everything's been awesome. But we're sitting here kind of in amazement at what we just ate.
The backstraps were cooked perfectly. The seasoning was clutch. If they were on, like we had talked about, it might have been overpowering if the steaks would have been cut into like 1 inch thick steaks. The fact that we had them in chunks of backstrap like that,
That was the perfect way to cook them with that seasoning.
100%.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
The other thing that I think we bring to the table here is that all 6 of us appreciate what we were eating on the table tonight.
Yeah.
Whereas some people that are just gonna be like, it's deer.
Yeah. It was
Those are
sitting here saying that
aggressively
we've been
lean,
coming up here for how many years,
prime
and this was the
backstraps.
best meal that we have had, and we ate,
with box mac and cheese.
and we're still wanting to eat more backstrap, and we ate all of that.
The table was split on this
1.5
Yeah.
years.
So okay, everybody's favorite.
Garlic.
garlic.
I'm torn 50.
Yes,
I'm torn.
I'm torn as well.
The Sweeney's like the garlic, but everybody else is 50-50.
I'm 50-50. If I was cooking there with my wife, she would probably more like the shotgun garlic because
It doesn't have the kick.
it does. It does. So like,
Definitely moderate.
yeah.
So if
the
anybody
original-
does happen to get the original backstrap, it does have a little bit of a bite to it, a little
It's
bit of
at like
spice.
the end though, end of your bite.
Yeah.
It's at the end.
And that was what Sweeney's didn't like, but I mean, I would be fine with either
I
one
didn't
of
feel
them.
like the spice complemented the meat as much as the garlic seasoning did. It
Yeah.
was fantastic.
I think you have to have enough backstrap to do both.
You need
because they
4
were
deers
Yeah.
worth of backstraps.
Then you'll know.
There you go.
Then you'll know.
So now I'm gonna have to shoot more deer.
No,
Many
oh
more.
God. Oh no, never mind. I'm sorry. That was 6 full.
You can shoot as many deer as you want. If you
Those
want to
6
keep
full backstraps.
bringing backstrap up.
Well, now that's what we got to do.
You
Because if
hunt-
I don't
no.
shoot 6 deer like I did
I
last
was gonna
year
say
and have
that's-
an overflow
well,
of backstraps,
No,
Warrior, you hunt high fence and pay for the deer that are put on your land.
Yeah.
Take as many as you want.
that was
yeah,
3
yeah,
deers worth of
that's how it
backstrap.
goes.
Nah,
Yes, it
there's
was.
2 backstraps per deer. There was 3 chunks of meat.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
That's
Just
1.5
Yeah.
It
deer.
was 1.5 deer.
Yeah,
My
we
apologies.
would have.
This is 4 Roses, single barrel strength. This is a 62%
Yeah.
alcohol with and each batch is picked and they get a special label. This is probably the most high-end bottle of 4 Roses that I've ever had. So, looking forward to it.
We've been watching snake hunting videos all night for the past years. All right, we'll see you in the morning. All right, we're heading out. We're gonna try to hurry up and beat the heat. It's gonna be a hot one today. Tomorrow's gonna get up to 91, but we're gonna be in the mid 80s today and clear skies. So, all right. A little toad. Oh yeah.
Bring 'em out here.
Oh, John just caught a nice yellow face.
That's very dark, actually.
That's a dark yellow face. Well, I would say it probably
You
will
guys
need
think
to
that
be.
thing's length?
I'd say it's worth tubing.
That's a measurement.
Yeah, I'd tube it.
I got 2.
Nice.
Nugent almost stepped on it.
Yeah, I literally almost stepped on it.
Toadville is hopping. That's what we named this place.
Nope. All you, buddy.
John, hold on a second. Got another snake down here. Sweeney's just got one. There we go. Oh, I wasn't recording. Okay, cool. That's okay though. Nice.
Heck yeah.
That's gonna be close.
that one's
John's
gonna
been
be
looking
legal?
for a yellow face.
I've been looking for one.
Yeah. Now we'll get a measurement on it. Count. Well, first we'll count the.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no.
And let's check. So here's how we tell a male from a female. You have to count these subcaudal scales. Turn it sideways so the camera can pick up this. Yeah, make sure that's where you want to hold on to them really good. So you can see how those scales.
You started the split one, right?
Yeah, you start at the first one. Even if they're split, you count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
You want to
So-
do you want to just measure it just so we know?
Yeah, we'll get a quick. So this is not a legal snake, even if it is of length, because it must have 21 or more of what those scales that John was counting called subcaudal scales. And subcaudal scales, by the biologists' determinations over years of looking at these things, they have determined 21 or more
I got the top. Just do
will
the
be a
bottom.
male. Yeah, we're just getting a rough estimate, so.
Don't pull down.
You are like 41 and you're kinked up there. You got a
So
pile
it's-
of kink. So it's
All right.
yeah, let's put it back. It may not be legal. It doesn't look like a female.
No, trust me when I tell
I
you.
mean, when we look at the
the
tail,
level of excitement I just had, that I was like, I might have just found my legal yellow,
yeah.
and it's not. I mean, that's awesome.
Hold on a second.
Oh yeah.
He struck my tongs like 4 times.
Oh yeah.
That's a good picture, or it will be.
I was ready. I went full ninja on it.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
All right, we're at our destination. We are here at a spot. Gonna look to see if we can find some snakes. All right, we got our first snakes. There's two there. There's a yellow phase and a black phase, and it looks like another one in there too. There's at least 2 snakes right there under the rock. Brian caught a black phase over there, but we're gonna go down here and see if we can find some more.
Huh?
36-inch black.
Yeah, and then
There's a little guy.
there's one wedged under this rock that you can get a glimpse of, and then there's
one under here.
one under there that we haven't seen.
Oh yeah, his head's sticking out.
How you go, neighbor? We're in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Into the thick of it.
So there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4 at this spot.
Or like a podcaster that had like free YouTube stuff. A lot of those guys set up
Yeah, we
like a
got-
Patreon, and what they'll do is like release like behind the scenes footage or special information.
Try to hurt them. That's what I want to see, the yellow one. Ooh, that blackface is a weird. That one going around the backside's got a weird button. That's not a very big snake either. Watch, Brian. That one's coming right at you.
There goes your tongs.
Run forever.
Yep, he's right here.
Like,
I got one up on the fall down here. So
you think that's the same snake?
I don't know if it's the
I
same
don't.
snake we caught earlier or not.
I don't know, Brian. You pick.
Okay, there's a black and a yellow. Oh. Right here, there's 2. There's a big yellow right there.
All right, Johnny, get into it. I see the black.
Who's the big yellow?
Right on top of the black one.
No, there's another one over there then.
Oh, there's a black over there.
Wait, let me get around you.
Hold on, wait.
Wait, there's 2 over there.
There's 2 over there.
Guys, there's
There's
so many
3.
snakes.
3 or 4
There's
snakes.
another one. See on the,
Yeah.
on the bark?
If you
Wait,
think
there's
one of those
5.
are black,
Wait.
if you think one of those black ones are big enough
That's it.
Luke.
Is that a yellow face too?
Yeah.
Greavy,
Yeah.
that's a yellow face right there.
That's too small.
Yeah.
This one's too
Oh,
small.
wait, there's a yellow there too.
Both of these are too
Wait,
small.
wait. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's 4 there.
Yeah.
There's no that black face right there. Sweeney, get this black face right here in the middle. That one's big.
Let me back out. Luke, don't
Oh,
remember
there's
where I was.
3 up there. No,
Yeah.
there's 6.
Go on, grab that yellow face.
That one's a female. That black's a female. That might be a male. Just going off the tail. That's a female.
Nugget, bring that over here. What color is it? There's 3 that were
It's a black one, but it's very, very little.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I like that about that. Brian, we're in the back.
Hey,
But hold on. Well, we just got that one, but he got his tail in there, so John's just gonna let him go. Obviously, it needs shed because it's eyes. But I come down off of this log pile. I almost stepped right on it. So it's one of those things where like you're dropping your foot and you haven't actually put your foot down and you're like, uh-oh, and you just leap and it landed, like my heel landed right beside it, right over it. And it was just started buzzing and I stepped right over it to get on there. So it was really using its camo. It's right there, just there you can see its tail buzzing. But that might have been legal, but when it started crawling up in, John grabbed it, didn't have the camera on in time, and we just let it go, so pretty good. What do you say?
awesome.
We're really finding them. Man.
Good day.
So we got a big old black rat snake just laying out. So we're gonna try to grab him and see how long he really is. Bring him up out of that stuff so you don't wrap himself around.
Nope, he slid right out of me.
Yep, that's the thing with a black snake.
Well,
They're skinny.
he's gone.
It wasn't as big as what I thought. That was a 5-footer. I thought I was looking at half of it. I thought we were gonna see
That thing is slicker than a snicker.
Yeah.
We weren't catching that bad boy.
We got a road snake. Been telling Brian we're due for a road snake, aren't we?
Haven't had one all weekend.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna let that one go. I think it's a male though.
You know what that does? That rounds that out to an even 30 on the weekend.
Nice.
We were 29, that's 30. Yellowface,
Cool.
probably like 30, 32 inches.
That's awesome. Ready to hit another spot.
Luke, that is
See if we can find some more. How many did we find at the last spot, guys?
17.
17 snakes in one area. So that was
did
really
the math.
good.
They were all this big.
It was like 8.5 snakes per hour.
Yeah, we
As far as
did.
the ratio's concerned, it's way better than we've done in a long
8.5
time.
Yeah.
per mile.
Yeah, we're crushing it. We had a couple down years the last few years, and we are crushing it this year. So let's add to that number. The cicadas are out.
We're 7.5
Amazing to
miles
think.
deep.
7.5 miles, yeah. You think you're in the middle of nowhere. Nobody's been down here for years. And you find folding chair somebody left. Oh my. We have arrived. Now we just gotta hope that there's snakes here. Okay, we got one in a brush pile. Hurry up and grab it. It might be a legal snake, I don't know. Right there, hurry up. Oh, what's it look like?
No. He's way too small. I'm letting him go.
Too small. Yellow face.
He's like just ready to shed though.
Yep.
Well, I couldn't grab that black piece unless you.
Bring him out. That might be a legal snake.
Who?
You.
Oh, he's gone.
No.
You don't think it was?
No.
Oh, Greavy. Sam?
That's not a legal snake. I don't
No.
think the yellow one either was.
Nope. Let him back. A lot of people go, oh, you got to stay away from the creeks and the rivers because all the rattlesnakes go to the river during the summer because it's so hot.
John's throwing
That's
down a hot
not
take.
really true, because what they're doing is they're just coming down off the mountain to cross the river to go up the other side. The big males are traveling to look for females, and that just happens to be when everybody gets out of the house because it's nice weather and goes down to the river. It has nothing to do because the snakes need water. Now, they might hang around there if there's food, lots of mice, but generally they're not coming to water. They're just passing through. So, little myth busting on the way. But it's fun when you go with a group of guys. You know, like people say, why do you do this? You know, mess with snakes, and a lot of it is
No reason.
yeah,
There's
no reason. It's a social thing. You get with a bunch of guys, you have fun, and it's just exploring. You know, going to new places, checking new spots, going around, taking a hike in the woods. You know, it gets off the beaten trail. You don't go to places where everybody else has seen the same vistas. See things that nobody else has seen before. Well, not nobody, but not like the masses. So, heading back out. Alright, back to relax, done with the snakes. Good day of snaking. Good weekend of snaking.
All the snakes, too many snakes.
We're gonna go get something to eat.
So many.
We're done. We stopped at Bear Den Smokehouse for dinner, and what we see, 33 snakes. If you count the day I went with Justin and Brian, that's 55 for me. So trying not to count some of the same snakes we saw with those guys, because we went to some of the same places. So till next year, till next year, we'll see you again.
Peace out.
Yeah.